Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Good to have you. Thanks for joining me for another stream. Hello, Cemetery Chick. Congrats on grabbing the first redeem today. And Boogie and Nico and Herb Emoji and Newt. Hello, everybody. I'm glad to have you here. We voted in the Discord, and it was a narrow vote, but some people wanted to see a bit of an indie variety day. We like to do these from time to time. Usually I do them around the next fest, but I have accumulated enough indie games that we didn't really need to wait for something like that to pop up. So today we're going to get at it, and we're going to play some just various stuff I've accumulated. Hey, Sunny Dot, welcome in. Other news, I've been working on some YouTube projects. The next Kenshi video will be out probably tomorrow. It is pretty much uploaded. I just have to populate all the stuff about it, all the descriptions and timestamps and all that. So we'll probably get that to go live a couple hours before I go live with Kenshi, just to group all the Kenshi stuff together. And I was also doing a fun little video about Morrowind. Some stuff that's a bit of a throwback to how I used to play Morrowind as a child, so that should be a fun little video. Other than that, not a whole lot else to cover, so I guess maybe we can go ahead and get into the games. Let's see if I can pin a message through OBS, because I know exactly the one we're going to start with. I think that's its name. I hear that Oblivion is getting a remaster on Monday. I don't know if it's on Monday for sure. The signs look... there are some pretty strong leaks that it is probably coming out soon, but it's not officially confirmed yet. That was the last I heard about it. Normally I down one of these real quick before stream, but now I get to enjoy it with you. Got Oblivion Day 1 for the PS3. Very nice. I remember playing it on Xbox 360 with my friend in high school. What monster flavor? Pipeline Punch. My favorite. All right, now I have pulled this game up and tested it, but I have not tested OBS to see if it would want to capture it. So let's see how this goes. Huh. It's kind of a strange resolution. Hey, Starlet, welcome in. Good to have you. Yeah, it's neither 4:3 nor 16:9. Rehomed your snails. I hope that you found a good place where they're going to be well taken care of. I know that's not easy to do, but if it was the right thing to do, I'm glad you did. Happy Easter, and to you. Let's see, what do we think? Do we like this screen? Or do we like this screen? Let me go back and hide that. I feel like I'm covering up less on this screen, so I think we'll go ahead with this one. Couldn't keep up with their care. I understand. I have had to rehome exotics myself. Okay. I'm gonna I'm gonna give this one the delivery, okay? Because this is also probably being edited for YouTube. So this is Bloodbark. This is a game, I found this game when we raided a person by the name of Valdevia. Now, Valdevia is an artist whom I follow on Twitter, and he does these really cool, I don't know the name of the genre of art, but it's like horror and supernatural art, but it's presented in such a way as though it's real. So it's like newspaper clippings or like scientific reports and things like that, but it's of things that are obviously not real. It's super cool. We got to raid Valdevia the other day and was playing this game that is based on one of his works. So if we come down over here to credits, it was based on an image and a sort of story that Valdevia created about bloodbark trees. And so this was turned into a game based on that concept, and I'm excited to go ahead and get into it. I will probably try to link both the game. This is on itch.io. I think it's pay what you want, recommended $2. And I will also put a link to the original work by Valdevia in the description so you can see that if you like. Hey, what's up, Ted? You're always playing something interesting. Hey, I appreciate it. I'm always looking for interesting things to play. Unfiction, maybe? It does have kind of an unfiction sort of vibe to it. All right. Day 1. I can't tell if I'm supposed to be doing something. Oh. My job had never been in such high demand. A new exotic kind of tree had been discovered, and its price was sky high. Hey, Space Monkey, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. A lot of stuff out there. Don't get how people can mainly just play 1 or 2 games. I mean, I totally get it when you click with something, but also, yeah, I want to experience everything that's out there. Not everything, but a lot of it. Question, what's a straight in poker? You're replaying Balatro and a tad confused. So a straight is 5 cards in ascending or descending order. So like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's a straight. But it also works with face cards, and it will also loop back around. So like you can have a, well, no, maybe it doesn't loop back around, but I think the ace can count as high or low. So you can have an ace 2, 3, 4, 5. You can have a 10 jack queen king ace. Surprised I knew what that is. I've played a lot of Balatro. All right, back to the trees. The blood diamonds of the forest. All right, I got this axe here. It's a pretty cool axe. Oh, unfiction. Yeah, I like unfiction. Get invested for a few weeks or a month where you're talking to people that only play League or something. You have a friend like that. You know, I feel this way about a lot of media. I can't just listen to music that's on the radio. I listen to really weird stuff, some of it by bands that haven't put anything out in years, and it becomes my favorite. I'm like that with games, too. I cannot just play the AAA big releases. I've got to play the weird stuff that nobody's ever heard of, and some of it is my favorite and gives me these like perspective-changing experiences based off of a game that like 12 people have played. Ooh, I found a mark. Okay. Okay, so right-click charges up my swing, and left-click swings. Good morning, Forest. I found one of those trees further ahead. It would be best if I focus my time on just chopping those down. All right, let's practice here. What a nice meaty thunk. Okay, I guess I'm supposed to strike in the middle of the bar. Think you're off kilter? I've been told that a time or two before. There's something special about this tree. I bet this is one of them special trees. But don't you worry, harvesting trees is my special tree. Okay, but not that one. That was a practice swing. That would be the last chunk. Your screen. Yeah, so the game is not in 16:9 or 4:3 resolution. It's in a half between one. So I'm on my 4:3 scene, and I have it shifted all the way to the left, so I'm cutting off as little of the screen as possible. Because if I do it this way, then, I mean, I guess that still looks okay. But I think I'm cutting off less of the game this way. No, it totally makes sense. Wait a minute, there's blood in that bark. I'll put it with the rest at the cabin and rest until tomorrow. This is a quiet forest. Me and my big mouth. Must have been some drunk idiot. This forest is next to a public park. Wouldn't surprise me if someone had crashed their car. Must have been the wind. Oh, not my problem. Can I burn the blood? The bloodwood? How about, do I sleep? I should leave this chunk on the pile with the others before I get comfy. What pile? Is this the pile? This looks like leaves. That's a pile of leaves. Ah, here we go. And now for a well-deserved rest. We cut down a single tree. That's got to be like a whole week's work. Day 2. The forest is a community. The trees use their roots to warn each other of potential dangers. They send nutrients to the trees in need and to those that can fight back the threat. Their sap becomes dense, overflowing with resources. That's how they do it. I feel faster today. I think the blood of the Bloodbark has invigorated me. That was the only tree I knew about. Imagine going into the forest and you only know one tree. Rookie mistake. There must be some more. I just need to find a different route. Ah, this is clear. I bet if I break that rope, no one will notice. I totally could have just, like, leaned down a little bit. You know, done one of those numbers when you skip the line at the movie theater or the amusement park and just kind of awkwardly crouched under it. But no, permanent property damage is a more subtle choice. This is oddly satisfying. You know what they say, when the only tool you have is an axe, everything looks like a rope on somebody's property to illegally cut. Hey, look at that, another tree. Yeah, what the hell? Is this sap? Tastes like blood. They warned me about this, but I didn't think it would be so real. Very similar to the last tree. This one's a bit more of a spurter. I'm gonna miss. Oh, nope. I made contact. All right, last chunk for the day. What happened in the, like, 12 hours between me cutting down the tree and me picking it up? My shirt is ruined. I look like a serial killer. Some people are into that. Send you letters in prison and shit. All I'm saying is there's somebody out there for everybody. To think this wood is worth so much. Why? Just because it is red? Or is it due to the ones that have to go fetch it? It's hard to understand the rich. Honestly, there are red woods. And they're like kind of expensive, but not like cut down a bleeding tree expensive. In fact, I think bloodwood is an actual type of wood. All right. Surely nothing suspicious here. Would you all sleep in a cabin that had no door you could close? Yeah, I don't even like sleeping with my bedroom door open. But just me and the woods and... You know what? You know what? It actually feels worse to be in a cabin with no door than just out in the open. Does that make sense? Am I making sense to anybody but myself? Like, just the very fact of there being a doorway, I feel like it invites things to cross its threshold. Google result, Bloodwood, the wood database. Glad there's a database of wood called the wood database. Yeah, sure, until it's raining, then you'll want to be inside. Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, something feels more sinister about having an unblocked door than being just, like, in a clearing. I don't know. Day 3. As some trees fall, some trees stand. Some plants are able to evolve during their lifetime. They change their characteristics, shaping themselves depending on their surroundings. They knew the sound of my axe. Hey, Borealis, welcome in. Hey, people. What are those people doing here? Have they been filming while I slept? See? Without a door, they could have easily been filming me sleep. I should go and tell them a few things. Oh, I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something, all right. Oh, I guess I actually am telling them something. You two do know this part of the forest is not public access, right? You're the lumberjack they hired? Yes, I am, and you are the creeps who were filming my cabin while I slept. Can you go away now? Tell me, are you aware of the dangers surrounding the bloodbark trees which you have been hired to chop down? Yes, I have been warned of the threat this trees suppose. Their cognitive effects, which as you may know include visual and auditive illusions, lead those who fell the trees to believe they are killing a man instead of a tree. Some experts believe this is a survival mechanism this exotic species has developed to survive deforestation. What do you think about this? Trees are smart, but not that smart. It's not like they understand why we chop them down. And if you do know the effects of these trees, what made you accept this job? They pay a lot, and there's not many places a lumberjack who can't use machinery could work with a living wage. If I start seeing things, I'll just know it's the trees. If I remember what they do, their tricks won't work on me. That's famously how you defeat most cognito hazards. That's an interesting philosophy. Thanks for allowing us to ask you these questions. Have a nice day. Okay, Craig, that's enough. Cut. So, are you leaving now? No, asshole, you almost ruined our footage. We'll film more trees as background footage, and then we'll leave. Keep on rolling, Craig. Why are you waving an axe at the interviewer? In case they're a secret tree. They're not concerned about the axe at all. I mean, on the list of situations in which you would expect somebody to have an axe, walking into a lumberjack's forest has got to be high up there. There must be more bloodbark trees on yesterday's path. Krusty, you're a scientist, right? Can you tell me what it means when a tree starts bleeding? Maybe lower it while you're talking to them. I got to keep my arm in shape. Hey, look, another rope I can cut for funsies. Talking leaking of fluid or specifically red blood? No, blood. Blood, red blood. Keep on rolling, Craig. Craig starts singing Limp Bizkit. And that's why I have the axe. In case anybody wants to break out the new metal. Is that tree bleeding? They all bleed. They're blood trees. Last chunk. My head hurts. My hands are shaking. Maybe accepting this job was not a great idea. Why do I feel guilt? It's just a tree. Is this commentary on our rampant consumerism and the effects on the economy, the likes of which we don't fully understand and may never? Couldn't be. Something tells you the blood trees are going to be the least of our worries. I don't know. I'm pretty worried about the blood trees. I'm going to be honest with you. I am pretty worried about the bleeding trees. It's not real. It's not real. See? Just trees. I told you the trees should be our main concern. It's just the trees. Day 4. It is almost uncanny the way they accept death. The way they fall without resistance. The forest used their deaths as a warning. A sign that I should stop. Hey, what's up, Rain? Good to see you. Twist, there's no blood trees. They're really people and you're insane. No, that's just the trees' hallucinogenic defense that makes me want to think that, so I stop chopping them down. Is that a cat? Big cat. What a cute little cat. Where did you come from, little guy? What's your name? You can't see, but right here, I'm getting bloodbark.exe system error. The code execution cannot proceed because SFX cat die was not found. System error. I wonder if your acts of violence in a fake world are still judged outside it. Answer my question. Answer me, do you think God is watching you? Yeah, probably. Bloodonhands.exe. Do you think God will punish you over a dead cat? Yeah, probably. You have made a terrible mistake. Correct. I am the cat. I am God. You have failed me, child. God will keep watching. Bean has taught you a lesson. Wish we could see this screen share. I wish we do too. You know what? See, it's hard for me to do screen share because this is not a full screen game. So it's got like a whole bunch of other stuff in the background, and I hate screen sharing. It's a security risk. I don't like it. Crop it. I could. We'll see if it comes up again. I might have a display capture set up on this scene I can switch to. I genuinely don't even set it up most of the time. I wonder if I'm gonna get a different ending now. I wonder if the cat god determines my ending. This might be the biggest one I've seen yet. It's just the trees. 1 week and I'm gone. Last one, finally. I really, really need a break. Need a moment? Chew it over with Twix. Now to crop that and send it off to Twix and earn my sponsorship. Started playing Bayonetta on Switch and forgot how brutal the game is and a bit gratuitous with the booty shots. Okay, I've never played Bayonetta, but as I understand, the discourse around that game is that the booty shots in that game are empowering, not objectifying. I don't know. Weigh in on this if you've played the game. Oh, also, I saw Liz come in. Liz by the sword, hello, hello. We're living by an axe today, not a sword, but I still hope you'll have a good time hanging out with us. Bit of both you'd wager, depending on the person playing. Yeah, that damn individual perspective thing. If only we could all see what the other sees. All right, time for bed, I guess. Day 5. Their sense of cooperation is immaculate. 1,000 brains in unison. They are not like us. They are better. I can't sleep. I guess I'll go for a walk. The life lesson here, melatonin could literally save your life. Don't go walking in the woods after dark. Just pop a gummy. Melatonin is what it had named his axe. Okay, but imagine a selection of axes and each is named after a different, like, dose of melatonin. This is a pretty big tree here. I think I'm gonna need a 10 milligram for this one. I think there's someone up there next to the bathrooms. Not to be confused with the back rooms. No, I got work to do. Okay, so this is not the way to the bathrooms. I mean, to be honest, when you're outside in the forest like this, the whole place is the bathroom. What do you mean you got work to do? This was a midnight stroll. Yeah, the work is we gotta go check out this bangin' dubstep. This game is good. This game's got charm. It's unique. It's got heart. I like it. Maybe that's why I couldn't sleep. These teenagers and their dubstep parties. Another tree. It looks so human. They are getting better. It's just the trees. Magnetic. Ribs was here. I think there was somebody in the credits named Ribs. You were originally shitposting? Sorry, you'll have to clarify, Krusty. You're literally always shitposting. Really feel you're probably not even in a forest. Okay, well, I can't go past this person. Might just be downtown. Could be. Alright, I guess we gotta do it. Oh, I whiffed it. Their lies are each time more believable. It felt extremely real. All right, relax. You are getting paranoid. It's just the trees. It's just the trees. I don't think it was just a tree graffitiing the wall. I know these are some pretty sought after and expensive trees. I don't think they do that. But what do I know? I'm no arborist. I just cut them down. Cut them down and make my blood money. You know what? I'd like to rethink an earlier stance I took. This is a nice forest. I absolutely understand going for a night walk out here. Throw on some dark ambient or some trip hop and just vibe. I get it. Ideally, it's like 68 degrees, maybe 65. You axed the ambient vibe card. They didn't understand the artistic articulation of noise. Enough trees to call it a forest, but it's clear enough that you can see something coming. True. Probably clear enough because we keep cutting it down. Day 6. Red upon red. To my eyes, it's just bodies piling up. How was I supposed to tell the difference? It's red on red, blue on black. Tears on a river don't mean much. No, no, you are lying. They were trees. They were all trees. I didn't kill anyone. Day 7. They reshaped my brain, my inner workings. Can a plant take away your humanity? If you ask some people, yes, and the limit is 1 marijuana. I was lost in that forest, but then you found me. Whoa, wait, the trees were people or the people were trees? I'm gonna be real with you, I'm not really following. I just know there's a lot of blood. I really did need a day of rest. Oh, here we go, and on the 7th day, he rested. I see what you're doing here. Yesterday it was horrible. I need a walk. You didn't do shit yesterday either. Yeah, get some breakfast, Space Monkey. Sounds good. Honestly, though, Krusty, can I be real? Isn't that kind of like the dream? You wake up, you walk through the forest, you yell at some trees, and go to bed. I could sneak out of the park. There might be some outside. The park is empty. Only the trees are watching. Are people scared of them? Let's call it daily stand-up, and it's pretty much a tech job. Shut up! Shut up! Get out of my head. It's not true. It can't be true. I didn't kill anyone. Isn't this basically the story to Cry of Fear? The police found the suspect wielding an axe. Due to his sudden and violent movements and screaming, he was considered a dangerous threat and was shot to death. At his cabin, they found the corpses of 2 people, whose identities are yet unknown. Placed next to the lumberjack's chopped wood, the limbs, heads, and torsos of the victims were separated from each other, as if they were logs. The logging company declared no responsibility for the deaths, citing the victims' entry into the fenced area. However, they will face a moderate fine for lack of security. Not a moderate fine. How is any business supposed to operate under these circumstances? Murder Trees, finish the game. Well, that was a great little experience. Claps all around for that. I wonder if there's different endings. I guess we'll never know. That was that. Credits roll. Hey, that was fun. You know what? I like the games that have a vision, a personality, and they're a curated little experience. I don't know. There's just something about that that is great. I would take like 100 of these over, you know, some pushed out, soulless, high graphic game. But that's just me. That's just me. All right, what else do we got on the list? Ooh, let's do a demo. Now, I think this full game is out, so if we like this full game, we may go ahead and play it. We'll see. Hey, thanks for lurking. Hope everything's going well for you. All right, this one is called Blackshard, and I think it's one of these mega structure exploring games, so should be pretty cool. Let's see what it's all about. Oh, wait, hold on. I gotta get it to capture the right game. Oh, and my OBS is tanking. It's one of these. Of course it's an Unreal Engine game. Anytime this happens, it's an Unreal Engine game. Hold on. Settings. Let's go medium graphics. You're telling me I don't have a resolution setting, I don't have a frame rate setting. My computer is sounding like a jet fan. You know what, let's go low just to see if we can save ourselves some grief. Music is pretty. Okay, y'all tell me how the experience is. Oh, you know what? Now that we're past the menu screen, it seems like it calmed down. The last ones awoke to a cosmos of dead stars and fading galaxies. The last ones were the first, the creators, the travelers. They watched the beginning of time and knew its end. The Maze Chronicles. And the Elder came from the meandering of time. With him came no cohort, no blind and supplicant men, only the emptiness and silence of a world gone. Oh, I'm in the game. Really cool graphics. Lots of trees on the ground. Yeah, we appear to be in a felled forest of some kind. Ah, there we go. We went the wrong way. Tapster, welcome in. This looks epic. Well, it's on low graphics. While running, press right clift. Right clift. Yeah, you know, gamers, we all know about the right clift button. Right mouse to sprint. Threshold. So far, it's got an aesthetic that's kind of like Super Hot meets Mirror's Edge. Oh, and Control. Good call out, Krusty. Control. Also, with the faces, I'm getting a little bit of Ergo Proxy, but I know that's kind of a deep cut. Okay. Also, the mouse sensitivity is like 2. Ergo Proxy, good. You got it on your list. If you like really artistic anime that have muted color palettes and are on the face about Gnosticism and false gods and a lot of nothing happens, but it still keeps you rolling, you'll probably like Ergo Proxy. Also, Amy Lee is basically the protagonist, so. Amy Lee from Evanescence? Yeah, it's not literally her, but okay, if you're at your phone or your computer right now, Google Ergo Proxy and tell me that Rael, the main character, is not Amy Lee. And keep in mind, the anime came out in like 2006. Mad Jester, you like Ergo Proxy? I do too. It's definitely one that I put on to watch. It's got a slow, desolate kind of vibe that I just fuck with, and I don't know why. It's like Avril Lavigne wearing Amy Lee's makeup. The original or the clone? You know what? This is a very necessary clarification. Can I just say, the way these textures pop out in, like, fisheye 3D, it's kind of reminiscent of one of those liminal space pools games, but it also kind of begs to be in VR. It's going on your watch list on Crunchyroll. I think it's only like 20 episodes. It's pretty good. I have it on DVD. Press space to jump. Liminal spaces, those are very spooky. Well, you know, liminality is only the state of transitioning between things. So if you find liminal spaces spooky, it might be that you have a fear of transitioning between life stages and what the unknown may bring. If I looked into blueprints at all, I've seen some people play it and it looks really cool. I don't know if I'm going to get into it, but it's it definitely looks like a solid game. If DVDs and nothing to put them in anymore, I rip them to my PC, but also my PS2 on my CRT TV. Yeah, it's kind of peak. I'm kind of cool like that. Nothing of it. The letterbox kind of resolution on this is interesting. I bet it looks good on a ultra wide. This is your first build with no optical drives. Oh, you just get a USB one. That's how I back up all my PS2 games. Did rehome your snails, but came home with a female beta. I like beta. They're pretty. Is this like a ladder I can climb? The architecture reminds me of that one part of Half-Life 2 episode 2? Episode 1? With the, what are those things called? Splicers? Or am I mixing my franchises? Ooh, butterflies. Now, see, this is the kind of dark ambient we could have used when we were walking through the Blood Forest. What? What was that? It's like it just stole the game I was playing and replaced it with a new level. Do appreciate this game has you moving along without any plot or setting. There's a whole lot of setting, just little exposition. What do you think these holes are for? I bet they're bread holes. That's where they store their bread. Those are speed holes, right? It makes the megastructure move more quickly. My character needs an axle alignment, is drifting slightly to the right, I think. Pale faces. The labyrinth oversees the forest of destinies. The forest is anchored in the non-matter of the labyrinth. The forest affects the labyrinth, yet the labyrinth is older. It shall endure. You who enter the labyrinth, beware. Listen not to the whispers. Do not draw the sign. Do not count the unclean numbers. Embrace the tyranny of fate. Are we vibing with this? I feel like I'm vibing with this. Kind of a weak tyranny if it needs embracing. You know, honestly, those might be some of the hardest words ever spoken in this chat. Like, that's so real. That cuts to the heart of the matter, I think. Is it even still tyranny if embraced? One might argue that most tyrannies are embraced. And the Elder... Okay, we already read this one. You're vibing? Maybe we have to check out this full game. I hope they optimized it. Convergence Zone. We got platforming. I get a late supper. Have a good one, Borealis. Game is kind of slow and floaty to be trying to pull up a platformer thing, but we'll see where it goes. Couple directions we can go here. An onyx shard poisons the earth. A sign parasites the decaying flesh of the universe. You who walk the halls of time, beware. Sectors rearrange themselves for arbitrary motives. A shadow waits, a shadow watches. Embrace the tyranny of fate. Hold on, sir. What's the tyranny of fate if the sectors have arbitrary motives? Maybe they haven't embraced the tyranny of fate, and that's why we're encouraged to not be like them. Well, the game definitely pulls off the lost somewhere larger than you vibe. Ooh, look at this. You know what it reminds me of is labradorite. It's got all the flash colors of labradorite. Which is kind of interesting when you consider the name of the game is Blackshard. Something what once was assembled here is now shattered. Okay, that's very pretty. Whispers, come to us. Free us. Yeah, that seems sensible. We should probably go do that. Floating rock seems trustworthy. I'm glad you get the same vibe that I do. It's really reaffirming. On the other hand, we could not do the thing that it just asked us to do. You'd let it sell you cryptocurrency? You know, I kind of think that Ethereum stole its likeness a little bit. Right? Look, there's a throne here. It's got to be meant to be. It's the type of set piece you find in Elden Ring. I waited for a time that cannot be told. I played my part. I watched over the labyrinth. I preserved its cold complexity. I resisted the whispers. I did not intervene. I didn't count the unclean numbers. I thought I knew. I endured for as long as I could, but the radiance, the holy color, beautiful, glorious. It paints the sign behind my eyes, and the sign promises. Lurk for a bit sounds good, Manchester. It offers. We are all slaves of fate, slaves of the forest. Let it burn. Let us be free of causality in an unnameable light. That's what the whispers say. I'm beginning to believe. I'll put an end to. I'll leave my burden. The labyrinth will hold, but unseen. The locks shall still keep the sign at bay. I'm leaving now before I tear them off myself. To whoever comes next, I say this. The drawing is not what you think it is. Isn't the floating octahedron also a No Man's Sky? I don't know. I've never played it. You know, I think I finally nailed down the vibe that I'm getting from this game. The universe that we're in. It's a music video for a prog metal band. That's the universe we're in right now. Floating geometric shapes. Harsh monochrome, stark contrast, Rock giving way to butterflies. Faces and trees of marble. And that's basically a hermetic seal. Finally. Yeah, this is the visualizer off of the album. You just put some lyrics over this and you're set. We will open the gates of paradise for thee. Find us all, set us free. Together we shall end the tyranny of fate. That is a be not afraid ass angel if I have ever seen one. Hey, thank you for lurking. It's an ad for a prog rock band. You know what's funny is we might play a game that is literally an album for a prog metal band. Looking forward to it. Some prog rock ass lyrics if you've ever heard them. Yeah. Why is there a seraphim whispering? Because it would be unbefitting of its station to yell. Oh. Okay, question is, am I intentionally pathfinding, or did I fall and not die? I fell and didn't die. No fall damage in heaven, right? Although I have a feeling once again that this is some sort of demiurge, and this is not really heaven, but a falsely constructed semi-material reality through which we experience being and non-being at the same time, and ultimately must ascend in order to reach the truth and our holy unity. I don't know, I'm just spitballing here. I don't know why my light does that. Kind of felt dramatic this time around. Oh, I see. That angel was only made in the image of the larger structure. A pale imitation, but one which carries a message nonetheless. Just call God a structure. Maybe there's more truth in that than you care to actually sit with. Help, God is stealing my bitrate. Fatal error, core removed. Reality compromised. Hey, I told you there was a thing with being and non-being and such. Reboot impossible, shutting down. Oh, and then the game closes itself. Hey, that was a cool experience. I might look into the full game. That was Blackshard. That was the demo. That was a pretty good length demo. I think my expectation for the full game, if I went into it, would be that there was something slightly more tangible, that the demo was all mysteries and smoke and mirror and misdirection, and that it would be leading to something concrete and meaningful if the full game were to be played. But, aside from the fact that it tried to immolate my PC, I quite liked it. I care to sit with quite a lot. But let's say you saw me sitting alone eating lunch. Would you care to sit with me? So I think that's the ultimate test of a friend and a neighbor and a fellow human being. Yeah, sounds fun. Okay, then, I think we're on good terms then. You would immolate the F out of me. Yeah, but you already think I'm hot enough, so... All right, now playing Metal Garden. So this is supposed to be this is a full game. This is not a demo. It's supposed to be like a 1 to 3 hour FPS experience based on some pretty cool inspirations. It looked like it had some Half-Life inspiration, but also some megastructure type stuff going on. I don't know. We're going to check it out. It's called Metal Garden. This one has a proper options menu. Also notice I'm on like very high everything, and so far this game is not loading down my PC, just being in the menu. So, that's a plus. Yeah, I honestly, hot take, I don't know why anybody needs anything more than 60 FPS. If you have opinions about that, send them at me. I will probably ignore them. But that's all I can stream at anyway, so we're doing 60. Oh, interesting. There's good and bad modifiers. You find my opinion very suspect and it may explain some things. Okay, expound. Pigeons can see higher than 60 FPS. Okay, so if you're marketing your game to pigeons, go at it. 450 FPS, I don't care. Only matters in PvP games where the frame rate actually matters as a network issue, otherwise hard to agree. I can see that, by Koshi. I don't tend to play those games. And I guess even when I do, if I lose by like 1/130th of a second, I just usually chalk that up to a skill issue, but I can see it. Just talking shit without anything to back it up. Yeah, you might want to learn to live a more examined life in this chat. What we're going to do, we're going to play in hard mode, but we're not going to use any modifiers. Entombed in a vast megastructure, countless civilizations live through their long ages. Though they have attempted every method, the walls and ceiling of the structure remain unbreached. The path outside has never been found. And in the structure's overgrown far reaches, many nomads wander, living off the remnants of battles fought among the many warring states and corporations. Metal Garden. Can I just say the name of this game is very, like, SNES? Like, if you showed me a random game on a cartridge with a controller that had, like, 3 buttons, I'd be like, yeah, Metal Garden, that sounds right. Okay, we got a nice long cigarette here. Got a knife. Oh, yeah. Check out that melee animation. This game's gonna be peak. Didn't take a single drag of that, just lit it and walked off. It's a ritual. It doesn't need to make sense. Metal garden for the Genesis. It contains no gardens, but a lot of metal. Check out this sensitivity. All right, I bet I jump up this waterfall. Ooh, another knife. Just call me Johnny Two Knives. I'll let you guess why that's my name. That's right, 3 knives. You always keep a hidden backup. Thrust boots. Pistol ammo. All right, we got a pistol. It's got rudimentary sights. I'll accept it. A beacon to let other nomads know there's a mech to rummage for scraps here. One's trash is another's gold, after all. I don't think anybody in this world would consider a semi-automatic pistol to be trash, but I guess we'll take our luck. Is this a... Is this a clothesline? They've got a battle-hardened industrial mech, and on top you hang out your sheets to dry? I guess logistics does win wars. Sorry, those clothes are solid metal. Ah, I can double jump. I mean, thrust boot. That's what it's called. Okay, well, so far I'm seeing metal and gardens, so I'm quite happy with the title. Looks like a drop crate, and it's been looted. Now, what are the chances these are friends? You can only die for the first time once. I'm just gonna say, the UI reminds me of RimWorld. Torso injury. Having sustained an injury to your torso, your max health has been reduced. After getting an injury, your health will reset. You can have up to 4 injuries before you flatline. Look at the... Look at the jump. Okay, I have a head injury. And a leg injury. All right, now do I loot you somehow? We got a med pack and a grenade. Pistol ammo. Initially thought they were pirates, but they might be Revolutionary War era British redcoats, except gray coats. Hello, Commerkle. How you doing? How's it going? Good. We've played some fun little games. Got our Indie Variety Day kicking. So how would I use a med kit? Oh, okay. So when you press Q to grenade, you just lob the grenade. You don't, like, equip it and then left click to throw. The head injury actually took away your reticle. Yeah, I like that. Doing good. Washed dishes and folded laundry happening. Nice. Good job. Heal is F. Okay, but I feel like I already tried F. I did try F. So apparently you can only heal up to the health on the bottom left. You can't heal an injury with a med pack. That shirt is a nice color. Thank you. I got it at TwitchCon. Okay, so how accurate is this gun? Not bad. Who's hitting me? Bed shirt, no bed. Hey, I got a new camera, improved that bed shirt does not match my bed. So no bed, not for free, not anymore. That was a different man. I'm glad that consistently my chat becomes most active when we're talking about my bed. Hey, is this a Khajiit? I suddenly am less uncertain about the world we inhabit. Pull the object out. Here in front of everybody? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Seems indecent. Beneath this soldier, you find a military operations journal. It spans numerous entries going back many cycles. It begins by listing provisions for several hundred soldiers and marching orders for a tremendously long-distance mission, and continues by exhaustively describing the travel up through 2 separate megastructure stratas. It often remarks on the struggle soldiers are having with controlling their movement as a result of the lower gravity in the upper stratas, their bodies unused to the lack of gravitational friction. But it also makes note of increased effectiveness of hitherto less used tactics, such as the unexpected advantage their large bodies gained in melee combat. Unfortunately, the journal cuts off abruptly right in the middle of a supply inventory count, before it can imply anything more of the soldier's mission. Understood very little of that. That's okay. The only thing we must understand is that we must kill. And also shotgun. Yeah, this'll work for a shotgun sight. Auto surgery unit. Hey, they have an auto dock. So far we are bad, bad, bad. Gather that the skybox looks like a giant metal plate because there's a giant metal plate there. You know, I think you're onto something. Regal man. Ugh. The royally dressed man before you is bleeding out. Even at a cursory glance, you can tell that if his wounds are not treated soon, he will die. Let's treat his wounds. Nuga! What humiliation. Defeated but a step from our goal. You probably shouldn't try to talk right now. No, I want to hear it. What happened here? A betrayal and a bloody tragedy. And, oh, with what noble intentions we came. Feel that. Can you imagine it? We finally found it. An exit from this mega structure. The culmination of millennia of searching. A dream of so many civilizations born inside this prison world. Oh, we assembled with all haste. I stood at the helm of the great army of my kingdom, my beloved Res Secretorum, and knew the glory was ours. We would find those heavenly fields beyond. An army that's now been collapsed like so many packs of cards, and its great leader receiving ministrations from a wandering mongrel. It's all the fault of these damned sellswords. See, we had spies inside the Central Serenian mining group, the local industrialists. That's how we knew that when one of their great dam projects hit on a hole in the world, it was our time to mobilize. But foolishly did I march. The mercenaries they hired broke our lines. And my men, my own men who were taken prisoner, they turned their swords on me, screaming of my own treachery, the impudency, the gall. The fallen king continues to lose himself in his laments, his words fast becoming less and less comprehensible. It is then that you notice a key by his body, its design plain compared to the proud royal. We're gonna just whistle to ourselves. We're just gonna make off with this key here. You acquire the barricade key. Presumably it goes to this barricade. The neighborhood just got more interesting. Clear Half-Life inspiration here. Oh. It's so gray. Well, it is a metal garden. It's kind of looking like those Oblivion remaster leaks, isn't it? If you know, you know. Even more gray than vanilla Skyrim. Bethesda just got pincer attacked by us, Space Monkey. We went high and we went low. So I'm kind of operating at a deficit here because that first encounter I was not taking things seriously and really let myself get injured. At least Morrowind was nice and brown. Can I double jump this? Yes. Not only that, I can double jump this and ascend. You know what this reminds me of is the Divide from Fallout New Vegas. Ooh, that's a sniper, I think. Oh, and now with my shoulder injury, my sight is all wobbly. Let me set the stage. The bear and the bull, and the bull and the bear bullies the bull buries the bear. Morrowind brown, Oblivion green, Skyrim gray, New Oblivion yellow. Alright, I guess I gotta get closer to this sniper because... Oh, it's two snipers. That's exactly my luck. Oh, now I have a head injury as well. I need to find one of those auto surgery units bad. New Oblivion is set in Mexico. It does have that Mexico filter. Hello, Kian. Welcome in. Press E to listen in. Have you finished? Oh, my bad. This is an intimate conversation. I should not be here. You let me know when you're done and we'll come back and do this again. Yes, sir. This whole section is rigged to blow. Listen, listen, you said you were done with the intimate talk. And good, start packing up. I want to be as far away as possible when it all goes up. It's got Bethesda collision meshes too, that's great. Flatlined. No vital signs detected. Well, they don't call it hard difficulty for nothing. Oh! Do you like the subsonic bullets? Yeah, they're subsonic by like a factor of 10. Okay, there's a bunch of ammo. I could use some healing supplies, but I guess that's why it's hard difficulty. Hey, can I take this gun? I feel like that would be pretty useful. Snipers don't like grenades, right? Somehow I don't think that did the job. Oh, there's the shoulder injury I was trying to avoid. All right, now if I remember correctly, I get ambushed up here. This kind of feels like a high-stakes Nerf war. Secret to avoiding shoulder injuries is to catch the bullet with your head instead. I think that's the last place I try to catch it. I'm saving that for the really dangerous shots. All right, let's charge. All right, there's an auto surgery unit there. We'll heal up after we take out this one. All right, I feel like we want to fix the head and the shoulder. Heads, shoulders, knees, and toes. When in trouble, that's the way it goes. Hey, what's up, Ish? Good to have you. A grenade here. Looks like there's generally a couple directions you can go in this game. What are you? Is this one of those games where if I go chest deep in water, I drown? Can I save? Is there things in the water? Well, there's me. I'm in the water. Please check. You know, enemies in the water used to freak me out. Did anybody play Jak and Daxter as a child? And if you would swim out in the ocean in Jak and Daxter, that water beast would come up and eat you? I was always terrified of water in games after that. Also, Commercial, I might have seen something in the water here. Yeah, there are things in the water. Oh, I'm drowning. I'm gonna go see if I can ride it. Similar thing happened in Spore. Water in games is fine. It's water IRL that you should be scared of. I don't know. Games growing up taught me that if you touch the water box, you die. Sonic the Hedgehog, Master Chief. If you fall into the water below like your ankles, you hit the death plane and you die instantly. Yet, paradoxically, Sonic also had water levels, so tell me how that one works. Crisis 1 had a shark that eat you if you went too far out in the water. Can't think of the name right now, but there was a game where, yeah, if you touch the water, you instantly die. Yeah, Halo was a lot like that. It's a Leopleurodon! You know, I think we've managed to coexist. Wait, really? It's not a literal Leopleurodon, but it's kind of gives vibes. Also, it's impervious to shotgun shells. Oh, it's not impervious to shotgun shells, it's just got a bad hitbox. I wish that it need not have happened in my time. One step closer to extinction, Leopleurodon. You should have thought about that before you ruined our friendship. Just science speak for stable as long as nobody touches anything. That is also my organization skill. I know exactly where everything is as long as nobody cleans up. Oh, now that one's aggro at me too. I think it was shaking its head. Oh yeah, I swung an axe at a cat, but it turned out that the cat was God and it punished me, so, you know. Ultimately, my karmic cycle remains unburdened. Should go back and clip it. Oh, I should have marked it in my VOD. It's okay. It's at least easy to scrub through this one because the games are all distinct times. The cat killing intent was there. I thought it was another trick of the trees. What are you? Oh, enemy. Sir, we bandaged up your king. That looks like a landmine. This game seems fun. It's very interesting. Hey, did you know if you didn't swing your axe at the cat 2 games ago, the cat people in this game wouldn't be hostile? You know, they did say that my actions would be judged outside of the game. Yes, when will you learn that your actions have consequences? Opens on the other side. Okay, so it's just become Dark Souls. Alternatively, Silent Hill. Too meta for you, can't handle all that. That's the kind of thing that gets high rankings from me. Oh, this is a classic Half-Life sort of puzzle interaction here. That also looks like a landmine. Hey, where's my axe? I see some ropes I can cut. Bet that's something over there. Hell yeah, it is. way they jump, right? And I don't want to hear any mewing about it. What do we have here? Pistol ammo. What's up, Hugh Janus? Good to have you. What's up? Not much. You know, every once in a while, a Hugh Janus just makes an appearance in your life, and you gotta be grateful for it. You gotta catch the opportunities when they come. Okay, I'm not sure I understand the gambit yet, but we're getting there. Is it one at a time? Is that the thing? Not on Twitch often, but when you are, you stop in on the streams of people you follow to see what's up. Hey, I appreciate that. I know, I mean, you first popped into the stream, like, almost 2 years ago, so we're glad to have you, you know, when you're here. Okay, so that one's full of gravel. Space Monkey, thank you for the clip. That's a good one. It's been 2 years. Well, let's see. You first came by when I was playing Lords of the Fallen, which I received a key for shortly before TwitchCon 2023, so that would have been like late September, early October 23. Didn't realize it'd been that long. Your concept of time is cheeks. Welcome to the human condition. It only gets worse. Thanks. Sorry to drop a harsh truth bomb on you, commercial. Sometimes it gotta be real. Wow, what? I'm not undoing shit. Wonder what those grates are for. Oh, wait a second. I need to pop open this grate. And now that's just great, because I can launch myself over here. That's a great idea. Thanks, I made it myself. What are we moving? Oh, okay. Hey, Zartrin, welcome in. Okay, I wonder if that is Right distance. I think it's this one. Not quite. I wonder if I have to stop it manually. I think that's it. Just had dinner, also have coffee and an ad stream. Well, welcome in. I like coffee, I like dinner, I like streams. Overall, I'd say you're doing it right. Gotten back into the Ark grind, regretting decisions, but not at the same time. I have never played Ark. What was that? Oh, it was a landmine. You finally got me. Bouncing Betty. You see, you couldn't call it that today. You have to be careful with weapon names these days. Because if you made a mine and you called it Bouncing Betty, all the Zoomer, like, infantry people, they'd be calling it, like, Bouncing and Moaning on It Betty. Nobody would take it seriously. How about a grenade? Hey, V, welcome in. Do you think they would take it seriously with enough explosive power to kill 5 guys? Yeah, but they'd also pantomime bouncing and moaning on it, so... It's okay, don't take the mine seriously. That's totally fine. I'm okay with that. Man, my aim sucks when I have a head injury. She bounce on my Betty till she explode. Now that's what I'm talking about. Oh, man. You see that drop shot? This head injury can't hold me back. Ooh, what's this? Some Nier Automata vibes in here. Yeah, very different associations with Dropshot. It's amazing how the world can bring us separately to these places where words mean different things. Based and babble-pilled, I know that's right. Speaking a bunch of different languages, that's what life is all about. Not being able to communicate with 90% of the world, that's where it's at. Humanity's doing it right. And with that, we need to take our corporate break, by which I mean I gotta pee and we have ads. So, I'll be back in just a moment. We'll continue some more Metal Garden and fucking around, I guess, because that's mostly what we've been doing. And I look forward to seeing you all in just a moment, so thanks for hanging out. See you soon. After, feel the mucus on your skin. Feel how it moisturizes. Leaves you feeling younger and refreshed. Commercial, you had me thinking my game was glitching or something. That direction is pain. Maybe if I break this direction and try to make it to this river. Every direction is pain. He smiles and raises his collar. It's windy. It wimdy. Sorry. God, I'm gonna jinx myself. I'm gonna look like an absolute fool in the eyes of the cosmos. I think the mines spawned and the Assaultron didn't. Oh, hey, I forgot we got our clips back. Space Monkey, thanks for helping out with those. Thanks for waiting, everybody, while the ads rolled. All right, let's see if we can figure out where to go. Clips are a bit quiet. I wonder if something changed since they had to redo some stuff with the clips. Or maybe, you know what it is? I might have just turned up my microphone relative to my desktop audio. That could be it. Ooh, what's that down there? You know, I was just thinking, I need a sniper rifle. I hope this is a sniper rifle. But I want to see... I want to cover all my bases. Ah, I know where I am, yes. It is a sniper rifle, look at that. It's not exactly the scope I would envision on a sniper rifle, but we'll make do. Have a shoulder, head, and torso injury. Don't forget my leg. Do not count out my leg. Last thing you need is a sniper rifle. I don't know. It's still pretty high on my list. My hierarchy of needs is like... Number 1, I probably need a med kit. And then, like, number 2, I really need someone to earnestly tell me I'm doing a good job. And then right there at number 3 is sniper rifle. Where do I go from here? Doing a great job. See, thank you, Space Monkey, for the thought. But now that I've verbalized that I need it, I know that has colored your interpretation of what I desire, so it doesn't come from the same place as if you had just said it outright. A collection of old magazines and newspapers, likely used to pass time by the mercenaries and stashed away here to hide them from their superiors. All of the papers are many cycles old. The newest issue you can find frontlines a retrospective on the anniversary of CSMG gaining majority control in the running of this strata. The article tells how many people of the strata, as well as most of CSMG's workforce and leadership, suffer from extremely high UV light-sensitive bodies. Wait. Let's diagram this sentence real quick. Bodies. And the modifying words are UV light-sensitive and extremely high. So they are extremely high and they are UV light-sensitive. The same ceiling lights that warm the flesh of other species torch the bodies of those born here. CSMG gained control of the strata on popular support after they promised to dim the strata's ceiling lights as their most important policy. As a result, this layer is unique in that it holds permanent mid-tone conditions. Huh. So that explains the gray. Yeah, Krusty, you are wise to the ways of this world and the capriciousness of people's whims and communication. I'm not surprised that you saw through what I was doing there. This game has some light politics. I'm not sure where to go. Kind of proud of that one. That is great. That is kind of an all-timer. Can even give someone a compliment these days. Jeez. You know, things have just changed. It's what I call compliment inflation. You know, they just don't go as far as they used to. Marco, very good use of the unlock a sub, or unlock an emote redeem. On second thought, I think everybody should Google the phrase that Krusty just typed. Okay, so I can't aim because of my fucked up shoulder, and I don't have an aiming reticle because of my fucked up head. I can still get headshots, though. They did, or you did, and now they want to know if you're 18 or older. First of all, Mykoshi, never tell anyone on the internet your age. Second of all, please say 18 or older. I can't have a minor VIP'd in my chat. How about a minority? To think that I had even considered such a thing, Mykoshi. Each of you are valuable individuals to me. But if you were a minor, don't tell anyone. Just tell me that you're C major, and then I could establish that relatively you were A minor. That's a little music theory joke for you. Oh, my aim is way off. This is useless. Don't suppose you can heal your injuries? You can if you find an auto surgery unit. So that's what I need to do. Can't believe a shattered shoulder would impair your ability to aim a sniper rifle. I know, and I can't believe this concussion makes it hard to look through the scope. Who could have foreseen this? Probably with somebody with an undamaged frontal lobe. I think I'm hitting somebody. Oh, I flatlined. Programming a really tiny TV to play horror trailers. Is it one of those like 5-inch PVMs? Those are pretty cool. Wait, that's my last checkpoint? No, I refuse. That's my last checkpoint. Wasn't that like an hour ago? Yeah. Sure was. This is before you even joined stream. Well, now you get to see it. Called a Tiny TV 2. It's basically a custom-built Arduino unit. That's cool. This is before you even subbed. This is before I even streamed. I was not a streamer yet when we were at this moment. The funny thing is, if I listen to my imposter syndrome, I am still not a streamer, so that is technically correct. Oh! Streamer. I love that emote, Rain. The cure for imposter syndrome is spite? Yeah, I'm spiteful towards imposters. All streamers are fake and you are allowed a piece of the scam pie. But wait, I have met streamers in the flesh. Do you mean to tell me they were all lying to me? Not just streamers, every human. Okay, this is some fucked up stuff. If I just happened to have one of those paranoid type mental disorders, it would be some really fucked up things to do to me right now. Just be glad I don't have something like that I've chosen not to disclose. And there's the head injury. Well, I can't aim anyway, might as well get close. All right, let's, how do we want to do this? Solipsism is the best philosophy because you don't have to argue to anyone why it is. Listen, I was a hardcore solipsist until probably from age 14 to like 18. and the existential despair that comes along with earnestly believing that philosophy is hard to describe.
Enough is never enough. Enough is never enough of the stuff.
I don't know what the stuff is, Cemetery Chick. I don't know if I've got the stuff. Don't think you ever had a genuine solipsist phase. It's not that I wanted to believe it because I wanted to be, like, edgy or something. It was just that I talked myself into a logical loop where I couldn't convince myself that solipsism wasn't true. And boy, was that, that led to a lot of sleepless nights. Also, later, turns out that I have OCD, and it kind of manifests as existential dread sometimes, so. Doesn't matter whether reality or existence is real or not, what difference does it make? Yeah, that kind of goes back to the OCD thing that doesn't let me let go of those thoughts. So then they become crises. Eat a grenade! Wait, that was too high. Eat a grenade! They ate that grenade! Classic body horror film from the 80s about aliens that look like yogurt that people eat as a dessert. Interesting. I would love if I could find out where the checkpoint is, so I don't have to redo this part. I forgot about the landmine. Was not worth it. Oh no, I screwed up. I have to go a different way than last time because that's where I was supposed to drop down to. So I wonder where this goes if I don't take the red door. Landmine did not forget about me. It's true. To hell? Perhaps. It would be an honor to meet you all there. Oh, there's no fall damage. You should play this stuff in Discord for everyone. Could be fun. I guess if I do this, I don't get my sniper rifle. Is this also death? It is death. It's not life, I tell you that much. Everything is death if you give it enough time, and in strange eons, even death may die. To quote a certain someone. Even these 7-foot-tall cat men? Well, after a date with my shotgun, yes. What I need is a health pack. All right, so let's do this real quick. I think I remember the order I need to do here. I think I need to pop this one open. Launch up here. Move this to the right. We want it to get right about there. Stop it. Ooh, I wonder what that is over there. Oh, I bet I can bring the platform across. Sometimes that's the thing about Second Lives. You get to see things from a whole new perspective. All right, let's fix our shoulder and our torso. What about the sniper rifle? Oh, we're still gonna go get the sniper rifle. Bad thing is, I don't remember quite what killed me after I got the sniper rifle. Stop you right about there. Presumably somebody else's sniper rifle. Oh, yeah, it was somebody else's sniper rifle. Good call. I mean, statistically speaking, I feel like that's a pretty high chance in this world. Oh, okay, so I still need to push this further. Say it was the bullets rather than the rifle. Okay, but some would say it was the sniper rather than the bullets. I screwed up. Some would be wrong. Some would say that some would not be wrong. Damn it. I don't know how I keep missing that first jump, but I just kind of fall off the edge. Okay, move it a little more to the right. I mean, you can kill someone with a sniper rifle, but it's less efficient. I gotta be honest, killing someone with a sniper rifle sounds a lot easier than killing someone with a bullet. If we're talking just the bullet. They might be a little pointy, but... You can throw a bullet at the speed they go in this game. Do they pay you for your likeness? Is this... Oh. This pipe is incorporeal. God damn it, I forgot. I forgot about the landmine there again. Bro got bounced by Betty. I did. Betty bounced me. Alright, there's a bunch of people. Let's throw a grenade. Come on, reload, reload, reload. Yep, there's more. Okay, things could be worse. They could be worse. And if I can get out of here without a shoulder injury, even better. What is this mystic water? Is this anything? Is there a chest behind the waterfall? So there's the sniper rifle here. Now, where did I go that I got shot before? Was it... I want to say it was this way. So honestly, that's a whole optional area. Doesn't mean I should skip it. Where did I go that I got shot before wanders into the same spot? That is the thing with linear story games. Let me see your face. Hey, the sniping is a lot easier when I don't have a fucked up shoulder. Thank you, Krusty. I'm glad you appreciate the artmanship of it. I see a tricorn hat. Shoulder injury. Oh, man, I almost avoided it. Glorious 2 minutes of sniper rifle with an intact shoulder. What are you? You look cool. How did he get up there? My headcanon is that they're really good at climbing up, but not climbing down. Exactly, like cats. I'm glad we all arrived at the same conclusion independently. Why do I hear something? Oh, it's the Leopleurodon seal. So this ladder goes back down. I wonder why, and, you know, I wonder why I still haven't hit a new checkpoint. Are we a cat? Maybe. We can double jump, and that feels like a cat-like ability. Feels like the kind of thing that cats do. Cats can't double jump? That's just what they want you to think. They'll never do it when they know you're watching. Okay, this looks like some kind of a slingshot. Game really wants me to have a shotgun. That kind of... Oh. It's the instant death water that we talked about earlier. Okay, it does exist in this game. So as Schrödinger said, if you put a cat in a box and don't open it, there's a chance it has double jumped. It actually exists in a state of double jump and no jumping at the same time simultaneously. Terminology of scale. We got a checkpoint. Hey, that looks a bit like a breach. What the hell is an LI? Sure, I'll just drive 56 LI down the road. Auto surgery unit. Hey, you think these things do that rib removal surgery that all the kids said Marilyn Manson had? Just asking. It's an auto surgery unit. It is not my place to judge how people use it. I'm just wondering if they have the capability. Why are you wondering? Because it has profound social, anthropological impacts. Wondering if it does gender-affirming surgery. You know, I feel like somehow that's two sides of the same coin. Apparently, Li is a Chinese distance unit for 1/3 of a mile. Is it really? Is this a Chinese game? I don't know. You weren't there before. That's a tree. You're so right. You're so right. It's a tree on this highway. Oh, we got snipers and cat people. Could have been friend. Had we been born into a world of different circumstances, I fervently believe it. That man had a ranged weapon and the high ground and still chose to jump down. Listen, we are sometimes our own worst enemies. Need a close-up on the tricorn hat, guys? Is that his front or his back? You know what? I bet these are the ones in the newspaper clipping that get burned by the UV lights. Because that would explain why they're covered, like, head to toe. Blue bounty hunter from Star Wars? Don't ask me. I've never seen a Star War. But I have seen a star make a pale imitation at replacing the light in your eyes. And know that nothing in the universe could ever be the same. Ah, light. Well, I don't know what I expected. So they have windmills in here. So whatever giant metal dome they are under has wind intrinsically, or else something within the megastructure generates the wind. And I feel like the only thing capable of generating that much wind is your mom. So, fun fact. Congrats on the cameo. Torso injury from what? Oh, the bullet. Yeah, the bullet will do it. Seriously, though, it would be more impressive to not have wind inside a megastructure because any temperature difference will cause it. I have never wondered about the thermodynamics of the inside of an artificial megastructure, but I kind of want... I want a sci-fi property that goes into it now. And don't you tell me it's Star Wars, because I'm still not watching it if so. Okay, these look like excavators. Star Wars cares very little for thermodynamics. Mass Effect, Halo, okay, both great. I've thought about replaying the Halo series, or at least the first 3. On stream, I mean. What's my beef with Star Wars? I don't have a beef with it per se. I saw a little bit of it growing up. It's just it's never interested me. Doesn't like having fun. I'm sorry. I thought that's what we were all doing here. It's a ladder. No, but it's also not a former. I wonder if I can jump on the excavators. It's been a long time since a checkpoint. I mean, not that long, but... I feel like that's the conclusion they want me to draw, no? One of your friends said that being the guy that hasn't seen Star Wars has become part of his identity, and now if he watches Star Wars, he won't be that guy anymore. You know, I feel like maybe that is a sign of somebody in search of a deeper identity. Maybe he just needs something to positively love more strongly than he avoids Star Wars. Season 2 of Andor coming out next week is probably the thing you're looking forward to most in your life at the moment. You know, we've all got to have little victories to celebrate. Like Star Wars, I can't say what that thing is in his life, but it should probably be something. Like, I've never seen Star Wars, yes. I probably will not watch Star Wars of my own volition, yes. But if the thing somebody knew about me coming into stream was that I was the had never seen Star Wars guy, I would feel like maybe I had not represented the strong points of my personality enough, and that sole fact had replaced what is actually me inside. Some people are just NPCs. So, like, I get the sentiment. I understand the temptation to believe in that and give way to that type of thinking. But then I have also seen the whole NPC thing be very weaponized, typically with a heavily fascist lean, in a way that makes me uncomfortable to associate with it and reconsider my own motivations for ascribing that to people. Oh, it's way worse. All people have a full internal world. Press E to listen in. Okay, we better not be talking about rigging and blowing and stuff this time. What's going on? I can't make contact with the advanced team. You don't think something happened to them? Ha, as if anything could happen to those tough bastards. Nah, it must be the electrical storm overhead. Keep trying. On a smoke break, ruthless. Yeah, you see, this is the kind of thing that I could feel way better about if I still believed in solipsism and I could just describe him to being a philosophical zombie with no internal goings-on of his own. But unfortunately, I am not that guy anymore, and I feel at least some of the weight of the kill on my shoulders. Are we really moralizing killing NPCs? That depends. Is it an entertaining bit? Careful with that weight on your shoulders. That's how you get bad at firing sniper rifles. It's true. I need a hot compress and a jacuzzi to deal with all this weight I must carry. I should have known. Something about the head injury pop-up. I love that. That could have gone better indeed. I now have collected one of each limb injury. Medpack can't heal my limbs, unfortunately. Ah, but this can. Elevator button. Let's see what all this is about then. Notice from management, as part of our ongoing initiative to improve employee health, we have decided to limit the amount of smoke breaks made available per worker. When you'd like to access the smoking area, you can now apply for a key in your shift manager's office just up through the elevator. Requires key. You know, I keep picking up knives, but I don't know why. I don't think I can throw the knives, so why do I have multiple? You fear that guy died while smoking just now. You're right, it is an incredible occupational hazard. Alright, looks like this way it is. Do you know that 100% of the people that confuse correlation with causation end up dead? So what you're saying is, if I avoid that mistake, I will live forever. Well, that sounds easy enough. Where am I sending this thing? Oh, maybe across the gap? What are you down here? Puzzles in my dystopian shooter platformer? It's more likely than you think. Yeah, so those are like battery packs. What do they power? I guess the easiest way to figure out is to send one over to the other side and see what changes. Oh, that. Okay, that's significant. That's what it powers. So now what do I do with that information? This looks like it lives somehow. Oh. Did something move or did I just willingly walk off? Because it felt like something moved. But I think I just walked off. Something moved. It was you. Okay, we got a couple jokesters in chat. I see how it is. Oh, wait, maybe I can get on and ride it across. It doesn't move that quickly, so I bet I can do that. You jump on the platform while it's moving. Look at me being half a second ahead of you. Oh. Hmm. Does that mean my IQ is half a point higher than yours? Technically, it's on an exponential scale, so the difference is probably even more stark than you anticipated. I have to factor in chat delay. True, but I can only know and experience what I see from my perspective. Anything else is just asking for too many leaps of faith philosophically. Thought we covered this earlier in the stream. Okay, so that's not the path forward. I bet this is. Sniper rifle ammo, and I have a med pack that I don't immediately need to use. Okay, now which way would I think I would need to power on now? Wait, I'm getting an idea. Can I apply the same principles I already derived to moving this and then running up the ramp and getting on the piece before it lifts? This game is tickling my brain in that special kind of way that makes me feel like I'm good at things. All right. Am I gonna wreck another platform? I hope so. Okay, so what do we suppose these power? I guess the quickest way to find out is to yank it. What did that do? Ah, okay. I love it when chat gets along. With your powers combined, you become greater than you could ever be individually. We made it. Barely, but we made it. There's another layer to the... What are you? Another control panel. There's another layer to this puzzle. Layer, but I hardly... Ah, that's played out. Oh, I can control something from there. Okay. Hates cats, yet approaches everything he does not understand with violence. Who said I hate cats? If I approach everything I don't understand with violence, it does not mean that I'm coming at it from a place of hate. I am a cat person, but my body is not. I do suffer from the allergies. You have a clip that says otherwise. It doesn't say that I hate that cat. Point is that approaching everything you do not understand with violence is peak cat. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think I'm beating the cat-hating allegations. I think I'm more alike them than you understand. Hey, a key. All right, we got a smoking area key. Oh, this is the boss's office. I just put 2 and 2 together. That's hilarious. Look at this corporate throne they sit on. So sad when cat lovers are allergic to them, right? Am I to assume I can kind of just... Double jumping is great. Fall any distance you like, just jump before you hit the ground. A wasteland hike. Okay, so... This is a new chapter, so if I fail the platforming, I'll restart here. Nice smoking area. It really lets you ponder things bigger than yourself and really even bigger than your own comprehension. What are you? On this fallen mercenary's neck, you find a curious cranial incision, an external brain you've seen spies use to store valuable memories. It might be possible to use a neural interface to connect and briefly browse what this one thought important enough to hide. Connect to the soldier's external brain with your own neural jack. To improve worker health, we have moved the smoking area to the abyss. After a short query, you find most of the external brain scrambled, following fast after the mercenary's own decaying neurons. But at least a few of the memories seem, as of yet, unaffected. Of course, connecting to unknown implants is not without danger, even more so when their owner no longer breathes. But the memories contained on the external brain could have some important information. Let's go for it. We're only here once. Tune into one of the less corrupted memories. There is a tug and your mind falls like a device whose cord had been forcibly pulled. Your sense of self disappears and your own memories go hollow. Briefly, there is nothing. You are a guardsman, one of many, standing poised in a dark corner of a large concrete hall. The industrial lamps of the room cast their hard shadows on the group in its middle, the corporate leaders of the Central Serenian Mining Group. You remember they've been arguing for hours. You are mad. Blow it up? The greatest discovery of our age? Consider it. If people start leaving the interstructure, so much of what we have created here will cease in its relevance. Our assets' value will plummet, and our concern will struggle for mere survival. It is the sensible course to take. We have been granted this opportunity to see ahead of the pack, and we should take whatever actions are necessary to keep it that way. Could we really do that? And what of our condition? Don't be coy. We can deal with that perfectly well here. We have seen nothing. We know nothing. All that we have ascertained is one of our dams wasn't built to hold and broke under the pressure. The engineers responsible have already been dealt with. There is more arguing, more shapes moving angrily in the half-illuminated halls, but you are beginning to have a harder time differentiating between them. As your sense of self and your own memories begin to return, you realize what is happening. The corruption has begun to reach this memory as well due to the external brain's increasingly deteriorated state. Quickly force a disconnect. You return to warning signs playing over your retinas. They inform you your escape has resulted in some, but thankfully minimal damage to your own nervous system. You lose a little health. Unfortunately, all other memories you can find on the external brain are even more corrupted than this one. You wouldn't download a prion. Just a little, what's the one? Creutzfeldt Jakob, just as a treat. Disclaimer, that is a very serious disease. I'm not making fun of the disease, just the concept. Hey, we have yaks, I think. Yakety yak. Interesting. So we've got a couple cat people and we've got mercenaries across the way. Seems like a good use of a grenade. Hey, Scanlan, I'm doing well. I hope you're well. Oh, hold on. Lost audio. I need to get a new interface, I think. Or else it's a driver problem. Okay, we're back. Sniper ammo, shotgun ammo. Let's fix up all of this stuff. And I can use a med kit. Here we go. Doing good, doing your first playthrough of Dead Space. Very nice. I hope you enjoy. Hey, this is a cool game so far. This is totally worth the $6 I paid for it. I'm always glad to get to try something new. What are you? Oh, you're one of them. Here, the $10 version has color. I hate what they did with the remaster. It totally destroyed the artistic vision of the original. I like how they're very old school enemy types. I like how they just hide around corners and then activate when you come within a certain trigger range or shoot at them. Huff. Huh. What do they need all this fuel for? We've been carrying this shit for ages. I hear the guys here just got some fresh hardware to patrol the border with. Must be burning through fuel like crazy. Well, I'm spent. What they're gonna need to get me is a new back once this is over. Let me help you with that alignment there. Oh, they eat sniper rifle headshots. Good to know. Okay, before we go too far that way, let's check out the other one. The other direction. So I'll be back tomorrow with some more Kenshi, by the way, for those of you who are into that game. Our playthrough is really moving along. I think tomorrow will be like part 43 of Kenshi. It's got to be the longest single series I've done on the channel. Kenshi, I know. I'm excited to get back to it, too. No end in sight. I think we have our end game goals for Kenshi. So I've seen a couple of things that I think we are going to want to do that might signify, like, the end of everything we really have in front of us to conquer. Of course, you can keep playing after that, but... my goals are go to the Ashlands and discover everything that's there and conquer it if need be, and overthrow the Holy Nation. That one pre-fired. They are quick draws. No, avoiding that first shot. Not really. I think if you're moving, the tracking might not always hit you. All right, so it looks like that's one of two. Hey, I found the other smoking area. Games like this are really fun to stream because I've never seen the game. Pretty much nobody watching has ever seen the game. So it's not like anybody knows what to expect. I don't know, I think something about that just makes for a fun playthrough. And especially when you have a relatively solid game that's full of fun little quirks. Hey, it's Frogger. Unlike first playthroughs of a popular game where people can't help spoil it. Yeah, there's definitely that, but also just the knowing what to expect in general. You sort of get primed. You're like, you want to see your streamer play to your favorite parts, and you're already sitting there anticipating it. But when nobody knows the game, that's when the moments really come at you out of nowhere. I think there's something beautiful about that. That's a lot of snipers. That's normally just new games. I mean, a little bit, but even when you factor in reviews and, you know, big content creators getting to play it early and all that stuff, people are usually primed to expect a little bit out of a new game. And I'm not saying it's a huge deal, but I do think it changes the way that you experience it when you have preconceived notions going in. Enemies? Yes. I avoided those first shots. Got an auto surgery unit over there. We need to keep an eye on that. Nice to find hidden gems, exactly. What am I doing here? This looked like some type of cargo pod that may have something in it, but I guess not. I believe this is the valley that I came from. Is there something over here? Ah, a key. Damn armory key, right. I guess we go back to the dam. Maybe there was something on the right that I didn't see. So not a pin for this game. Oh, I must have accidentally made it where it disappeared after 20 minutes. This is called Metal Garden. Like the weird gun design, yeah. Hey, Brian, welcome in. Good to have you. Oh, wait, maybe I can't get back this way. There, Space Monkey, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I suppose I cannot get back this way. Hope the stream is going great. It is. We are having a barrel of fun today. Maybe even, I don't know, what's bigger than a barrel? A drum? A drum full of fun? A tanker of fun? There you go, Space Monkey. You got the spirit. Gonna retire to bed. Have a good one, Krusty. Appreciate you hanging out and entertaining. Good to have you here. All right, any other snipers got funny ideas? Maybe I do have to continue this way. I do wonder how you get over there. I don't need the auto surgeon right now, but it'd be good to have the choice. All right, down here we go, I guess. Can I slide down the mountain? I can. All right, so it said Dam Armory Key right. Did I just somehow never check the right armory? Or maybe it was locked and I had blocked out the memory? Looks like there's a grenade hole here. Too bad I don't have any grenades. Can see a mine, though. Isn't there a hole in the fence you could have jumped? Maybe. That sounds like the kind of thing one would encounter in this game. Good to see you, Sam. My head twitched and I almost died. Okay, so this one is not full of mercenaries. It is full of landmines. And maybe mercenaries. I shouldn't count them out. Although I do feel like mercenaries and landmines kind of cancel each other out a little bit. Are you a no. Oh. I don't know where that one was. I didn't see it. It must have been hidden behind this rock somehow. I wonder what I needed the key for in here. Always check if you can crawl in the pipes. Anything up here? Maybe the armory is inside. Nice little slide mechanic. Feels good, feels satisfying. That which escaped the notice of map makers. What a title, man. Ah, okay, that was the armory key right. So now I've got to find the armory key left. Okay, we'll replenish health and still have a charge left over. So if I were a left armory key, where would I have been left? I don't know why, but something's telling me to go back and check this way. In some armorer's pocket? Yeah, probably. Schmitchell, good to have you. don't suppose we're meant to scale these in some way. Gravity doesn't quite work like that. Well, I'm up here now. I don't know that it benefited me. What is that? That looks like a hole in the cave. Let's go check that out. Hey, look at that. We got a med pack. Wonder if there's anything hidden behind the waterfall. That's a nope. Yeah, this looks like the kind of place that might contain a lost armorer's key. With a little bit of platforming, perhaps. Oh, behind me. And below, maybe? I don't know where the other ones are. They seem to know where I am, though. There he is. Hey, touchdown. Hey, Maiko, I'm glad your flight went well and that you got to check in with us. Hoping the rest of your trip home goes smoothly and quickly. Oh. Hang out for a bit if time and connection allows. Sounds good. Missed you guys likewise. Todd, welcome in. Good to have you. So this kind of looks like an area to explore. Oh, this is where I entered. Okay. No worries, I got you. I know what we're doing here. Long, narrow hallway with nowhere to go. Not spooky. I had a feeling. And you thought you were gonna be tricky. What did we do? We played some fun games today. Why are they all leaving my mind? We played a game where trees bleed and make you hallucinate that you're killing people. That was Bloodbark. We played Blackshard, which was basically a prog metal music video as a game. I did swing an axe at a cat, and I will not spoil for you what happened. Hey, what's this? This game's got a weird thing where sometimes my inputs bug, and it's like a key gets held down for a really long time. A contract ledger written on a traditional rolled paper. It details a pact made between a disaffected splinter faction of Ria Secretorum and military officers of Central Serenian Mining Group. Military support in exchange for provisions, as well as either citizenship or safe passage back to the lower stratas. One line in particular jumps out to you. The letter. No heavenly fields awaited us beyond the structure, and no god to fill our empty stomachs. Kind of a abandon all hope ye who enter vibe. It's funny, Centralians are the fictional enemies you use in the USMC for training. That is interesting. Notably, I did not find an armory keycard here, so I'm still without a way forward into the dam. That damn. That damn revolution. I don't think that ladder goes down anywhere. So this is entirely optional lore, I think, that I didn't actually need to get at all. It's cool that I did. But I'm still missing a key card. Oh, wait, no, when did I pick it up? It's right there in my inventory. Damn armory key left. Damned Revolution sounds like an amazing game. Basically just DDR, but with death metal and in a hellish landscape. I would playtest it for real. Devs, hit me up. The idea's free. Put me on the beta list. Doom Revolution. I feel like that one comes a little too close to copyright. It's DDR, but with Doom monsters. You could probably get away with it as a mod. It's interesting that we've got tank traps here. Just says something about the industrial level of this world and the military defenses. I don't know if a mech would be so easily stopped by a, what do they call those things? Hedgehog? Something like that. Porcupine, one of them spiky animals. Unlock the armory inside the dam. Oh, so this might have been optional. The crackle of electricity dances before your eyes. This control panel has been irreparably damaged. On examining the exposed circuitry of the panel more closely, you notice somebody tried to link the lever's execution wire to the siren warning system. A sloppy piece of work here, but not unachievable. So we actually didn't need to do that to advance at all. I think we just have to ride one of these pistons. Okay, why is this like a Doom arena? Got a geodesic dome here. That's pretty cool. Some shotgun ammo inside of it. Hello, controls. It's doing that thing where it's eating my inputs again and won't let them go. Oh, now it even sounds like Doom. Alright, I think we have cat people next. Oh, and mercs. My mouse wouldn't move. I was trying to just nudge the mouse and it wasn't moving. I hear a sniper. Okay, a little med pack. Bet this place is full of secrets. Portable device opening last sent message. The generally held belief is that there is no such thing as a completely closed structure, a completely isolated system. This would violate the laws of thermodynamics that we understand, not to mention create a simple energy supply problem, in the case of a megastructure as massive as the one we find ourselves in. Therefore, even if the megastructure's supposed outer walls have always been far too difficult to drill or bomb through, and you especially, Minister, should know the exuberant costs that drilling even the smallest amount have incurred in the past, The hope of finding a maintenance tunnel or a ventilation shaft has at least always been present. And it is exactly one of these passages that we believe we have now found. Message from head researcher Lucien Arvigan to Holden Istva, CSMG Minister of Finance. And to answer your other question, Minister, off the record, of course, the UV light diffusion we have measured in the outer structure has been at far below standard levels, where it can even be measured at all. I'm tremendously happy to report such a space would indeed solve our most major concern. Thank you for the dad joke, Maiko. Oh, this place is kind of pretty. Have a little cabin here, do some fishing for whatever, like, metal fish are inevitably in here. Is that another Leopleurodon? I think it is. Oh, we got a mech. We got a boss fight. MC-172 Border Watcher. Oh, it's got artillery. Okay, watch out for mortar strikes. Okay, I can shoot off individual pieces. Okay, I got an achievement for destroying its components. Or a component. Oh, the shotgun is unreasonably effective. Oh, I wonder if you can get on top of it and open the core hatch and then it's like a weak point. That would be cool design if so. Even better if the game never explicitly told you that and just let you figure that out for yourself. I love that. And we have an auto surgery unit down here. Oh man, that was close. That was real close. Kind of looks like the world is falling apart around us, no? I wonder if that's where we're supposed to go next. It seems like I can just about reach that if I jump. I love anything with an ambient swirling synth pad. Hold on, let's check up before we go down. Maybe we've got to connect something before that lever works. Yeah, that's too far to jump. There's like a control room. This is cool. Restart power. There we go. Oh, it's like a server room. And it lit up with the information of generations before us. The ancient terminal whirs to life. An endless wall of code cuts across its dusty display, the pure language of machine. Line by line, you begin deciphering the message. Current working hour is a very large number. The number of operating hours has exceeded the statuary of the Artificial Intelligence Safety Convention. Please contact the Maintenance Committee for Machine Euthanasia and Replacement. The same message keeps repeating again and again. Other functions seem unrestorable. Okay, so basically in this world, AI is deemed to have a certain lifespan after which it's unethical to allow it to continue living. If that's not inspired by Half-Life, I don't know what is. Planet surgery. Is the planet named surgery, or are you performing surgery on a planet? I was just wondering that. Ooh, what is this? Some type of machine deity, perhaps. A portable device of familiar design has been connected to this terminal. It seems to be plowing for data and functions far deeper than the ancient mainframe would ever willingly give up. Access data records. Megastructure designation H5 Artificentric 7R16 structure type counterweight world. Okay. Hey, Boogie. Description: a counterweight world is a type of physically smaller, although much heavier megastructure built within a far larger one. Counterweight worlds were created with the purpose of gravitationally binding orbits of planets and other celestial bodies that would find themselves in the way of the outer structure's expansion. Having been created before most of the nearby outer structure, they would restrain and prevent the intruding celestial body from striking its walls or ceiling, thus ensuring the structure's future stability. Hey, I'm doing alright, Boogie. We've been playing some pretty cool games today. They were most often built in the very earliest ages of construction, especially in what we now regard as the former inner solar system. Additionally, like with many other utilitarian yet crucial complexes, a large maintenance team would remain inside these structures. The species they were known to seed often had their origins tracing back to well-patterned gene pools, their biological parameters usually chosen to best assist in specific tasks of the structure's future preservation. However, with the megastructure's expansion past the Kuiper belt, and with maintenance teams having left the structures, contact with many of these counterweight worlds has been lost. As such, it is very difficult for us to verify their present stability. Okay, let's open the rail module doors. So, is that the counterweight world? Or are we in the counterweight world, which is itself inside a bigger world? I'm not entirely sure. The gears that have not been used in eons grind in violent resistance against your demand for movement. Before you, millions of miles of concrete and steel stretch out, dwarfing a great crimson sphere. You watch as endless tides of hard matter unfold, one solid, stacked surface after another. And as the slow descent of the elevator continues, you begin to glimpse for the first time the true vastness of your escape. Many hours later, the elevator descends to its lowest point, at last coming to a halt above raging oceans of liquid coolant, the industrial towers holding up the ceiling like mythological giants of ancient tales. Finally preparing to leave the elevator and facing an ever stranger landscape, you nonetheless find the familiar step of your nomadic wandering returning, the promise engraved in every mile traveled that the seeking itself is the answer. Thank you for playing. Well, damn, that was cool. Game created by Alexandra. I'm gonna go with Hero. So it looks like a one-person game with obviously some asset packs and libraries and things like that, but still, that is awesome. Well, damn, what a cool game. I hope you all enjoyed that as much as I did. I love just finding, games made by individuals or small teams where somebody clearly had a vision, they had something, they wanted to execute it and see it brought to life, just something super cool about it. So I'm really glad that we got to do that, and check it out. We'll have to try to add more variety days as we go. Oh, this is a bad sign. My OBS looks like it paused almost an hour ago, so I'm not sure if it's going to end stream super nicely. So let's go ahead and we'll close this out. First of all, OBS, are you going to let me switch to my chatting scene? Okay, that's a big negative. I think whatever this OBS update did really broke OBS. This is why I usually don't update until I hear reports from other people. But yeah, this is the second stream in a row that OBS has really broken on me. So yeah, that's fun. Anyways, just want to say if you're over on the YouTube side of things, please do consider giving a like to the video. It lets people know that the video was good, the stream was good. Wait, F, am I gone? No, you're good? Okay. All right. I will be back tomorrow with Kenshi. So if you're looking forward to more Kenshi, tomorrow is going to be the day. I also should have a Kenshi abridged video out tomorrow. So if you're not fully caught up with the series and you've been waiting on that, we should have part 6. I want to say will be out tomorrow. I've already uploaded it to YouTube. I've already put the thumbnail. I just have to fill in the description and the timestamps and all that. So we are moving right along. I'm trying to get more YouTube projects put up and worked out. And yeah, we'll do more Kenshi, and we have a lot more cool streams coming your way next week. So I can't really close out YouTube. Normally I would, but I think I'm just going to have to shut down my entire OBS. So let's decide who we're going to raid on Twitch, and I'll deal with shutting down OBS after I've raided out. Yeah, thanks for being here, Space Monkey and Rain, Todd, Maiko, everybody. As always, if you have recommendations for a raid, feel free to send them in the whispers, and I will take a look at them. All right, I'm just taking a look. Thank you for those recommendations. I appreciate it. Ooh, I know where we're going to go. I do appreciate the recommendations, but I know where we're going to go raid tonight. I'm going to have to do it from Twitch. We're going to go raid a friend who plays a variety of games, who we met playing RPGs, but also loves horror games and horror movies and things like that. Great welcoming space over there. Super chill vibes. Great place to hang out, and a good person. We're going to raid May Dreaming. May is playing a game called Welcome to Kowloon. Now, I have always wanted to see one of the Kowloon games. There's like 3 or 4 of them, so I never remember which one is which, but they all sound cool. So let's go over there and say hello. We're just going to say Ad Noctem Raid. BRB right now. That's okay. Let's see. Do I see how long she's been on BRB? And we're back. Okay. Good timing. Good timing. Raid message is going to be Ad Noctem Raid. As usual, thank you all for being a part of an awesome stream. I really appreciate you. And the one thing that I always want to emphasize, if you are here, whether you're lurking or chatting or something in between, you make a difference. You make an impact. So until we catch you again, please remember to take care of yourselves. Be kind to each other. Know that you're all appreciated. Know that we'll see you again soon. Thank you all. I can't do my end screen. Just take the raid and leave.